There is a private school in Austin, Texas, where kids finish all of their academics in just 2 hours a day, and then spend their afternoons learning to code, pitch business ideas, and give TED-style talks. Their test scores rank in the top 1 to 2% nationally, and the tuition? Anywhere from $40,000 to $75,000 a year. But here is what they do not want you to know. The idea behind that school, the actual model, is not locked behind those gates. You can build it yourself, at home, for under $1,000 a year.
Let's start with the idea itself, because it is genuinely brilliant. Alpha School and the broader 2-hour learning movement is built on one core insight. The traditional school day is almost entirely inefficient. Think about it. Your child sits in a classroom for 6 or 7 hours a day, but how much of that time is actually spent learning? A teacher has to manage 25 kids at once. They have to re-explain things for the students who are behind. They have to wait for the students who are ahead. Your child spends huge portions of the day doing nothing but waiting. Alpha's solution is to replace that inefficient classroom instruction with a one-on-one AI tutor. The AI does not have to manage a class. It only has to manage your child. It knows exactly what your child understands and exactly what they do not. It moves forward the moment they master a concept. It slows down the moment they struggle. The result? What normally takes 6 hours in a classroom takes about 2 hours with a great AI tutor. And that is the whole model. 2 hours of hyper-efficient, personalized AI learning in the morning. A rich, human-led afternoon of life skills, sports, creativity, and real-world experience. Alpha charges $40,000 a year to deliver that in a physical building. But the building is not the magic. The model is the magic. And the model is replicable.
So how do you build it yourself? It comes down to 2 blocks of your child's day. Block 1, the AI academic morning. This is the 2-hour window where your child works through core subjects, math, reading, writing, science, history, using adaptive AI software that personalizes every lesson to their exact level. Block 2, the human-led afternoon. This is where your child gets the things AI cannot provide: real relationships, physical activity, creative collaboration, mentorship, and the kind of messy, hands-on learning that builds character. Let's build each block. For the AI academic morning, you need 2 things: a great math platform and a great all-subjects platform. For math, Synthesis Tutor is the place to start for younger kids, roughly ages 5 through 11. This platform was originally built for the children of SpaceX engineers. It is a warm, patient, conversational AI tutor that adapts to how your child thinks, not just whether they got the answer right. It uses multisensory learning, visual, hands-on, and interactive, so kids who normally hate math often end up asking to do more of it. The cost? $29 a month for up to 7 kids. For older students, middle school and up, Math Academy is arguably the most powerful math learning tool ever built. It compresses what normally takes 180 classroom hours into 20 to 40 hours of focused practice. Here is something remarkable. Math Academy is the actual software that Alpha School uses for its upper-level math students. You can buy it directly for $49 a month per student, without the $40,000 school wrapped around it.
For everything else, English language arts, science, social studies, and more, LittleLit AI is the most complete all-in-one solution available for homeschool families. It is not just a curriculum. It is an AI tutor that adapts to your child's reading level, learning pace, and even their learning style. It automatically builds a daily calendar so you do not have to plan anything. And it covers all grades from 1 through 12. The cost is $25 a month, billed annually at $299 per child per year. So let's do the math on block 1. If you use Synthesis Tutor for your younger child and LittleLit for all subjects, you are looking at roughly $50 to $75 a month for the entire academic core, compared to Alpha Anywhere's $833 a month. And if budget is extremely tight, do not overlook Khanmigo, the AI tutor built by Khan Academy. Khan Academy's core curriculum is completely free, and it is world-class. Khanmigo adds an AI layer on top for just $4 a month. Now here is where the real magic happens, and where most people miss the point of the Alpha model entirely. Alpha School's afternoons are not just free time. They are structured, intentional experiences designed to build life skills: public speaking, financial literacy, entrepreneurship, grit, collaboration, and creativity. These are the skills that no AI can teach because they require real human interaction, real stakes, and real feedback from real people. The good news is that your community is full of these opportunities, and most of them cost a fraction of what a private school charges. Local homeschool co-ops are groups of homeschool families who pool their time and talents to offer classes, field trips, and social experiences. Many are free or run on a small monthly fee. Microschools are small, informal learning pods, often just 5 to 10 kids, that offer guided enrichment in the afternoons. Sports, martial arts, and physical activity are not optional extras. They are foundational to the model. Physical challenge builds grit, discipline, and confidence. Coding and STEM clubs are available in most communities through libraries, community centers, and organizations like Code.org or local makerspaces. Many are free. And entrepreneurship and real-world projects are the crown jewel of the Alpha Afternoon. Encourage your child to start something: a small business, a YouTube channel, a community garden, a podcast. These projects teach more about finance, communication, and problem-solving than any classroom ever could.
Let's put the full picture together. Alpha School in-person costs between $40,000 and $75,000 a year. Alpha Anywhere, the remote version, costs $10,000 a year. That is $833 a month. Here is what your build-your-own Alpha budget looks like. For math for younger kids, Synthesis Tutor covers up to 7 children for $119 a year. For middle and high school math, Math Academy runs $49 a month per student. For all other subjects, LittleLit AI is $299 per child per year. Add a local co-op or microschool for the afternoon, anywhere from nothing to $2,000 a year. Add sports and activities, roughly $500 to $1,500 a year. Your total? Somewhere between $1,000 and $3,500 a year. Compare that to Alpha Anywhere at $10,000 a year, and you are saving between $6,000 and $9,000 per child every single year. And in many cases, the individual tools you are using are the same ones Alpha School uses anyway.
Here is one more thing every parent needs to know about in 2026: education savings accounts, or ESAs. More than 18 states now have programs that give families state education funds, sometimes between $4,000 and $10,000 per child per year, to spend on approved educational expenses. That includes private school tuition, online curricula, tutoring, and homeschool programs. If you live in Arizona, Florida, Iowa, Utah, Texas, or one of the other eligible states, you may be able to fund your entire build-your-own Alpha setup, including the afternoon enrichment activities, at zero out-of-pocket cost. Texas launched its new TEFA program in 2026, providing up to $10,400 per child. GT Anywhere, a virtual gifted academy built on the same 2-hour learning model, is fully covered by TEFA for eligible Texas families. If you are not sure whether your state has an ESA program, visit edchoice.org. It takes 5 minutes to check, and it could save your family thousands of dollars.
Before we close, one honest word of caution. The build-your-own Alpha model works best for self-motivated learners who have a parent or caregiver who can act as a supportive guide, not a teacher, but a motivator. Someone who checks in, celebrates progress, and keeps the afternoon intentional. If your child needs a lot of external structure or struggles with motivation, the AI tools alone will not solve that. The human element, whether that is a parent, a co-op, a coach, or a microschool guide, is not optional. It is the other half of the model. The AI handles the instruction. The human handles the inspiration.
The most exciting thing about this moment in education is that the tools available to your family today are genuinely extraordinary. The same adaptive learning technology that elite private schools are charging $40,000 a year to access is available to you right now for the cost of a few streaming subscriptions. You do not need a fancy campus. You do not need a $40,000 tuition bill. You need a good AI tutor, an intentional afternoon, and a parent who believes their kid is capable of something extraordinary. That is the Alpha model. And now, it is yours.